Hi, I'm really glad you're here. If you bought this coping card, it means you took a chance on trying something different. And I want you to know you are not doing this alone. I made this card because I've personally been where you are, and for nearly 2 decades, I've helped thousands of clients work through night eating, emotional eating, and binge eating cycles. I know how frustrating and painful this pattern can feel, especially when it seems like your brain just keeps flipping into autopilot, like a light switch. This card is designed to help you interrupt that autopilot moment and flip it down. What we're doing here is actually training your brain to learn a new response. Every time you pause, instead of reacting automatically, you are strengthening new neural pathways, basically teaching your brain that there are other ways to cope besides food. It won't feel natural at first. In fact, the first few times might feel uncomfortable, awkward, or even impossible. That's normal. Change always feels unfamiliar before it starts to feel easier. So here's how we're going to use the coping card when the urge hits. First, back away. Create a little distance between you and the food if this isn't true physical hunger. Step out of the kitchen. Move your body to another room. If you aren't able to back away, even a small physical shift helps interrupt the automatic loop. We can't expect ourselves to stop eating while standing right in front of the trigger. Second, breathe. Your nervous system is often in fight or flight during these moments. Slow breathing, grounding, even something simple like placing your hands on your arms or massaging your shoulders can help bring your body down a few notches. You're not trying to feel amazing. You're just trying to feel a little steadier. You will notice on the card that there are other grounding alternative ideas to try, and of course you can come up with your own. Third, bird's eye view. You know how a bird can look down and see so much of the landscape below? This perspective is a different one that we hold once we get ourselves away from the trigger. In this mode, step back and mentally ask, what is actually going on right now? What am I feeling? What happened today? What do I need in this moment? Use the feelings wheel on the card to help you name it. When we name it to tame it, the intensity usually drops enough for us to make a more intentional choice. Here's something really important though. This is not about you trying to be perfect. I don't want you to think that if you can't do this right the first time or even the 17th time, that something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. Sometimes you will still eat, and that does not mean that this process failed. Each time you do take a pause, even for a few seconds, you are weakening the old automatic pattern and strengthening a new one. That is how change actually happens. If this feels hard, that makes sense. Emotional eating developed because it helped you cope at some point. We're not taking that coping mechanism away. We're just expanding your toolkit so food isn't the only option available. Keep this card somewhere visible. Practice using it even when urges are mild. And most importantly, keep trying. Progress here is built one small interruption at a time. I am really glad you're doing this work, and I'm cheering for you. There is freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky. And you ask, what if I fall? Oh, my darling, what if you fly?